Hi, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you so very much. I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year!
So this year, we are going to start the year right. And this year, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to set financial goals to retire comfortably. Are you guys excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So let me share with you a couple of data. Okay? Did you know that 81% of people, they will not retire comfortably? 81. So in a room of 10 people, 8 people cannot retire comfortably. Cannot retire comfortably. On top of that, there was also the statistics, right? That most people will finish their EPF money within 5 short years. 5 short years after you get EPF money, gone. So my question is, would you guys want this to happen to you?
No.
No?
Would you guys want this to happen to you?
No.
Okay, so today we're going to learn how to retire comfortably. So in this small little seminar, which I'm going to have for 2 hours, you guys listen, you guys take action. I can assure you, you will have a much better, more comfortable financial future. So icebreaker, before I start, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Adnan Hasbi. I have been working in the financial industry for close to 20 years already. I was an accountant first with a big four, and then I became a financial analyst with one of the big investment banks. And today, I'm a trainer. I want to change people's lives. That is my goal. But I would like to ask the participants over here, could you introduce yourself? Anyone want to introduce themselves?
I'll start first.
Okay.
My name is Adeline Ng.
Okay.
Experience, my last portfolio was data privacy and data protection. Expectation is I would like to have a steady stream of passive income coming in every month, probably Malaysian ringgit 3,000.
I can teach you lah. I know how to do it. In fact, I'm doing it. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Pei Yi and I plan to retire soon.
Okay.
So that's the reason that's me interested in this seminar and I'm expect that I can have enough money to my monthly expenses during my retiring life.
Okay. Okay. So we're going to meet that. We're definitely going to meet those two. Thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you too.
Okay. So the training methods, we're going to have 3 training methods. Number 1, we're going to have a lecture where I'm going to just look at the slides. We're going to talk a little bit about the slides. The second one, I think the most important is to practice. Because if we don't do, we cannot visually comprehend that data. So we need to start doing. And for this class, I would like to ask everyone, you guys and also everyone, to at least take a piece of paper or mentally write down what you guys want. Okay? And the last one, we're going to have a couple of games. No games is no fun. So, okay. So for the learning comfort, number 1, please be punctual. I know New Year, so okay. There's one little story I like to say, right? And this reflects on the results that we are getting. Sometimes when we do something, it will come much slower. Okay, and what makes it worse is when we act late. So I notice guys which are very punctual, right? What will happen is that they act fast. And for us to actually survive in this environment, we have to be fast. So this is very, very important. If you forget everything, just remember one thing. Take action very quickly, okay? Second, no phones if possible. The third is to focus. The more you focus, the more you can absorb information. Finally, participate. Participate. That's key. Why is key? Because the more we talk, the more we interact, the more the information would set in our brains, basically. Okay, so today, like any other course or any other session, we're going to have 3 big outlines or 3 main objectives. Number one, we have to identify your retirement needs. Because only when we know the target, then we can move forward. So like Adeline over here knows already, she wants 3,000. So I'll just give you guys a quick example. Before, right, I used to set a New Year's resolution, and I'll say every year when I was in my 20s, I'll say things like, this year, I want to be rich. This year, I want to be thin. This year, I want to be rich and thin. But what will eventually happen is because we don't have a clear goal, it's difficult. Because if someone were to tell you, it's like this, we go makan lah. If all of us go makan right now, and then my first question is, hey, where you guys want to makan?
Anywhere lah.
Anywhere lah.
Suka hati lah.
Suka hati lah. So if you say anywhere suka hati means also cannot move. So yes, so your goal has to be clear, and we're going to identify at least 90% with 90% accuracy. Second is to set clear and measurable goals, because if we know our problem but we don't have a solution, also susah lah. Basically, we are basically just complaining only lah. I'm sure you've seen a lot of people like this lah. They say, okay, this is my problem, this is my problem, this is my problem. I say, hey, do something lah. So in this particular training session, I'm gonna talk a little bit about coming up with a solution. Guys, this is very, very important. The third one, this is more practical lah. I'm gonna talk a little bit about how to invest and how to make money. I think that's the key lah actually. And I think that's why a lot of people actually masuk lah actually. Okay, so the roadmap, we're going to go to module number 1 first. So these are the roadmap. I've already broken it down for everyone. Number 1, we're going to talk about what are your retirement needs, the reality upon retirement, cash flow upon retirement, and identifying your retirement needs. Okay, this is very, very important, right? Because if we don't identify the problem, all of this tak boleh. So please take some time and work with me on this particular exercise. So we're going to focus at module 1 over here, right? So the reality upon retirement. So I'll just ask you guys lah, right? Even I was retired also lah, to be very honest lah. There's this one particular thing. It's called age bias. No one talks about it, but it's very, very visible lah. Very, very visible in corporate Malaysia lah. I mean, like it or not, no one talks about it. No one is a taboo lah, basically. So this is basically once you reach a certain age, rendered bit expensive lah. So they will let go of people lah. And this one is very pertinent in the financial industry. Second is salary expectation. Kadang-kadang when we have a lot of experience, right? Our last drawn salary mungkin 10,000 lah, right? But then they want to pay us 3,000. Would you guys want to accept? No, right? No, right? Yeah, because we also need to survive. We also need to live. The third thing is right now we can see that there's massive job layoffs lah. Like it or not lah, everywhere we see also, even fresh grad also, no choice. Have to work as Grab, have to work as Foodpanda. The fourth one is lack of opportunities lah. I think this one I don't have to say lah. I've seen many people, even my junior also, send about 100 resumes a day. 100 resumes, and yet she cannot find job. She cannot find job. And the fourth and the last one is physical changes. I also don't want to say lah actually. But physical changes is once we are relatively older, our eyesight not as strong, we don't move as fast. So this is the reality of things lah. Right? So the next thing is, once this happen, right? Okay, so right now, the reality is job layoffs. Our expectation is, there's a big mismatch between expectation. In terms of the age bias, most corporates after, 30, 40 years old, susah to get a job, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And then the next one is lack of opportunities. And the last one is, as I mentioned, physical changes. Okay, so right now, with all of these issues, all of these problems, we have to remember one thing. I don't know whether you guys notice this. If there's zero money coming in every month, at the same time, this is the negative. Can you interpret what this is? Let me ask everyone. Can you interpret? Negative 5,000, negative 15,000, negative 5,000, 5,000, 5,000. What is this?
your account is only out, no in, because
Exactly.
You got
No
no
income.
earning, but you still need to survive.
Exactly.
You need to pay your rental, your food.
Exactly. So, as both of you know lah, and I also used to be in this situation. Every month we have to spend. And let me tell you a story lah. Actually, when I was retired, I told myself, I said, I think I can retire for maybe 10 or 20 years, no problem. And then what happened was COVID. And I don't know whether you guys remembered, last time COVID, how much was the prices of roti canai before COVID in your area? How much?
Maybe $1.80 to ringgit.
Before COVID, you know.
Yeah, but it's already expensive before COVID.
Okay. And then right now, how much?
Do something to 20?
To 20. How about your area? So maybe 5 years ago lah, how much was roti canai 5 years ago?
I think less than 1 ringgit.
Okay, now?
Yeah, now I think it should be 2 plus.
So over here, we can see that is inflation. Like it or not, when I was retired, I'll tell you a small little story, right? Last time, when I was a junior accountant, I used to work until 2, 3 o'clock every morning, 2, 3 o'clock every morning. And then I realized, I said, if I continue working like this, I hate corporate life. So what I did, I said, no more. I cannot work like this. I want to retire. So when I was during the early 2000s, 200,000 ringgit in our bank account was enough to to purchase a small little house and a small little car. In my head, 200,000 was a number 300,000 So I told myself, 200,000, 300,000, okay, I can retire. So I told myself, I said, okay, this was early 2000s, early 2000, and I said, okay, my goal is I will want to retire with about 300,000. And what I did was, okay, guys, reason why I'm telling you guys this story, this is key. This is key. In order for us to move forward, it's not the how, it's the why. It's not the how, it's not how am I going to save money, how, is the why. Because what happened was, I had to work until 2, 3 o'clock every morning. There was one morning, I had to work until 3 o'clock, go to the office, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning, Then as I went to the office, I passed by a mosque. On my left-hand side, I saw people praying. I was like, what prayers? This is 8:30 because Muslim morning prayers is about 6:30. But it's 8:30. And I realized, I said, this is Hari Raya, man. I had to work during Hari Raya. Wow, that was one of my saddest things I had to do. So before we continue, right, please set a very strong reason why you need to retire comfortably, why this is important for you. The more reasons you have, the faster you can move. And that's why we are here today. That's why we are here today. Because we want to have a better future, right? So okay. So this thing says, okay, why we cannot stop spending? Number one, we have to spend on food. Number two, we have to spend on house, water. And what do all of this have in common?
Essentials.
Exactly. These are all essentials.
You can't live without.
It's not like, like movie. It's not like going for a holiday.
High
It's
tea.
not like going for high tea. These are all essential, This one, if there's no food, is it possible for us to survive?
No.
If there's no house, possible or not?
No.
Okay. So also water lah. Okay. And do you notice why this is 5,000, 15, 5, 5, 5? Why is this?
Maybe 1 month you have to pay your medical insurance,
Correct.
your road tax
Correct.
renewal,
Emergency
your house
fund.
cukai tanah, cukai taksiran,
Correct.
insurance, fire insurance.
Correct. Wow, you guys are expert. I think you guys should teach this. Okay, so this one is because for Hari Raya, Chinese New Year. You notice January, February. This is Chinese New Year already, and I don't know very difficult to cut expenses during Chinese New Year
Even baju want to need.
Yeah lah, baju also, everything also.
House need to renovate.
Correct. And just want to share with you lah. I don't know whether it's the same lah. A lot of government servants they actually borrow during Hari Raya, and they go in debt during Hari Raya, and then they go in this debt trap. So it's like this, So they see their house not nice. They want to do renovation. They want to do this. They want to do that. So they take a personal loan. Once you already taken a personal loan, it's easier to take a bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger loan, right? So the second lesson I want to teach, before retiring, or if you're retired already, if possible, please pay down your debt, because I'm going to talk a little bit about how to make money upon retirement. That's a key lah, basically, okay? So right now, identifying your retirement needs, okay? So I already said a little bit, I already gave an example. These are the basic retirement needs. Number one, I was also retired. The first thing was loans. I still remembered I had my housing loans, I had my car loans. And credit card loans, alamak.
Everyone has it.
Ayo, this one susah. Okay, and why do I bring this up? Because if you have, as long as we have this, our monthly expenses is going to be high.
Yes.
It's going to be high, right?
And you cannot control because you have to pay back like it or not.
Exactly. And then the bank...
you cannot just say this one, I don't want to pay you.
And trust me, I just want to share with you a story. Last time I remembered my credit card loan. I don't know whether they are allowed to do this anymore. Last time, if you don't pay a credit card loan, they will keep calling you. Keep calling. Is it the same? I don't know.
Not sure. I don't want to go to
No. Please.
So more experience.
Please. Number one, pay this first if possible, right?
Yeah.
And if you want to retire, make sure you have none of this, right? Next one is healthcare expenses. This is why we need to, after you already got your passive income, we need to start saving money for healthcare expenses. Please put 100 ringgit also better than zero, right? Third one is for food, right? We need to save money for food. Okay, why did I put education here? Why is education important? Upskill, betul. And when you upskill yourself, what will happen?
Earn after that.
Yes, more money coming
Opportunity to
in.
earn.
Yes, correct. And the last one is household expenses lah. Okay, so right now, let's do a small little activity. We're going to have about maybe 10 minutes. We have this small little activity. I'll come back to you guys. Just in your heads, okay lah, not 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, right? Number one, I'd like to first, these are the questions. What lifestyle would you like to have? So right now, imagine right now, you're already retired and this is your best retirement life, okay? This is your most ideal life, Not, and okay, when I was retired, I couldn't go out. I only lepak dekat Lake Gardens. It was quite susah lah. And then if your family members want to go makan, every time say, no, cannot. Okay, so that's why in this particular session, right, I want you to, what lifestyle would you like to have? This is your ideal one, This is your ideal one. Because if we don't aim for it, we will not achieve it. Right? If we say, just 3,000 lah, or just 4,000 lah. So this is our basic one. Aim higher, basically. Because what I used to learn is like, you aim for the moon, you at least hit the star.
Aim higher.
Aim higher. Aim higher. And what will give you the petrol and the fuel is your reasons, your why.
The drive.
Okay? Okay. The next one is, would you want to stay in the same house or would you want to downsize? Why this is important? Why this is important is because I've noticed, just want to share with you everyone, a retirement tip. When I went to Penang, I noticed a lot of people staying on the island. Right? The island. Everything is expensive on the island. So the in my head, I want to ask them, how you retire? How you retire? I mean, that was always in my question when I want to talk to people that want to retire. Always my first question. How you retire? I want to give you guys a tip. Most people, what they do upon retirement is they will move outside the city. So what they will do is they would, from the island, they will move to the mainland. So that's why certain areas like Bertam, I don't know if you heard of it, Bertam. You guys go there, right? It's actually on the mainland already lah. So they will sell their house, 2-3 million, move to Kedah, move to mainland, right? Whether the future life, I was thinking we have a younger family audience. Okay, whether we have a spouse, whether for kids, food, whether you want to travel. Please, like I said, if you want to travel 2 times a year, put it down. Because you don't want a life where you just sit at home and read newspaper every day. Cannot. You cannot. I don't want, no one in this class is, but your most ideal lifestyle, right? The next one is to convert your lifestyle into monthly costs. This is important. Why?
The cost that we need.
So you know how much to achieve
Exactly.
your goal to save up
Exactly.
to have that lifestyle.
Because smart goals, you need to have a number. It's like this, you go to a gym, right? If anyone wants to lose weight, last time I used to measure myself and I used to think myself, why am I wasting my time here? You know, they measure your waist, measure your hands, measure your legs. And it will take me 30 minutes, and then the next 30 minutes is a session. And I used to wonder to myself, why do we waste our time doing this? And I realized one thing. If we don't have a number to aim, it's difficult, That means we're basically punching air. We don't know where to move, right? So, guys, number one, this is very important. Just visualize what you want. This one, second, convert it into monthly expenses. The third one, how much do you need? Fourth one is how much do you currently have? And then after that, how do we take action? This is the remaining, how to invest, how to make money. This is the main course, basically. But before that, I need you guys to do all of these things first, right? We give you 5 minutes, and I will come back in 5 minutes. Write down a piece of paper. Any questions you can ask.
Tak nampak, masih sikit.
Okay, so I'll just sit here if there's any questions.
Okay.
Do we need to do the step 5?
Step 5 is I'm going to teach you. So
Okay,
the most important thing is to actually know how much you need first. Okay, why I'm doing this, we need to have a goal first. And we need to have a number. And then from there, we can work. We can work towards it.
So it means that we need to list down, like for kids, how much we need to spend in a month.
Correct.
Travel in a month.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
And then if you travel only once a year, right? Then I'll say, hey, I only travel once a year. Then what you can do is you put the amount lah. You put the amount first. The most important thing is put amount first, and then we just divide it by 12. So we get the monthly cost. Sorry, you can press the timer. Okay. Okay. When you guys are ready, you just tell me lah. I can continue.
I am done.
Can Okay. Okay, so why this is very, very important, and why monthly? Why this is very important and why monthly? These are the two questions because I'm very curious and I'm always asking questions. Okay, the first one is this will enable us to give us a number because when we have a number, there's more clarity towards taking action. Okay, like this particular session right now, we also have a timer and I already know, visually, I know how much of time I'm allocated, right? So, and the same thing is, why do we break it monthly? Does anyone have an idea why monthly?
You can actually see what you want to trim if it's possible. Let's say
Correct.
if you have different priorities,
Correct.
or you have insufficient fund, or you want to save better after this course, you need to analyze what are your needs and
Correct.
your wants. Then what you can eliminate or
Correct.
reduce, or like say, okay, my coffee I'm spending $2.50 now.
Correct.
Maybe I should make my coffee at home and not support Zoo so much and just allocate
Correct.
100 ringgit and
Correct.
keep the 150. So it's more easy to digest when you see your monthly
Correct.
expenses.
Correct. How about you, Pei? Any thoughts on this? Why monthly?
If you say monthly cost, the number is smaller.
Oh, both you guys are very, very good. Yes, correct. Okay, so I've learned this particular trick lah, especially while working in the financial industry, right? Your EPF number, we work for many, many years, right? We never see it, We never see it. Tiba-tiba when we open our EPF number, what's that feeling?
Why so little?
Can I survive?
No, I don't even dare to think that. Then I'm like,
I don't even dare to open and see it.
now I'm like, what have I been doing all these years looking like
Yeah.
a bull, but
Okay.
the amount is insignificant.
Okay, so that's why it's very important for us to see everything in the monthly. So because right now we already know how much we have, how much we have, and then how much we need. Okay, and then why I want it to be monthly is because it's no point talking how to from here to get there, right? Because if we have to jump, right, it's going to be a very painful jump. It's going to hurt our knees. We're going to get very hurt, right? But if we start walking step by step, we can eventually reach there. And in fact, if one step is too difficult, we can take a mini step. So guys, this is key. Key, everything is one small step. If it's difficult today, break it down.
And then moving.
Okay, so just want like to ask everyone, what was the main important lesson you guys learned today? In this small little session the first session
Identify what are your expenses, because some people will just spend without knowing.
Yes.
So if you put it in an Excel monthly to monitor, sometimes you'll be like amazed on the unnecessary
Correct.
that you have spent. And then like, oh, maybe I could have used this unnecessary money to
Correct.
better use.
Correct. Hey, how about yourself?
It's like I can see it. That's mean I need to list it down my expenses.
Alright.
Then only I realize that wow, I spend so much in a month.
Correct. Correct. So right now, we already finished this particular section already, and I just want to just conclude by just saying now, both you guys are ahead of 80% of Malaysians because most Malaysians don't plan their financial future. They don't even talk about it. So right now, congratulations, you guys are already 80%. In fact, you guys writing on a piece of paper is already a one step to have a more comfortable retirement life. So I'd like to congratulate everyone. Okay, so we already concluded module 1 where we talked a little bit about retirement needs, right? We talked about the reality upon retirement where it's very susah to get a job lah, right? Most people in their head, after they retire, they think, never mind lah, I still got energy, I can still work. And to be very honest, I actually seen uncles in their 50s or their 60s. They want to drive also, susah to drive, but they need to work lah, basically to be a Grab driver. Wow. I don't want it to be anyone lah over here. Please. That's why it's a passion of mine to teach everyone how to retire comfortably. Second one, we talked a little bit about cash flow upon retirement, right? We talked a little bit about 5,000. Then after that, sometimes you have a high amount, right? So that's life. That's life. Like, let me give you an example. Today also, when we wanted to have our training, we thought to ourselves we're going to start at a certain time. But, yeah, someone was sick. And then on top of that, the rooms were all mixed up. But that's life. I mean, you know, so up and downs. But one thing I learned is this one thing what we do and how we react is more important. Because most times, I still remember, and I'm sure you guys will agree, sometimes one of the most painful experience is the biggest lesson that will help you become a better person. Kan? So, us maybe facing a little bit of hardship in terms of financially or very difficult to get a job. Guess what? I'll tell you something about corporate life. When we are working, when we want to change, very susah. Very susah. You say, hey, go and take your TTT lah. Can it make extra money? After 3-4 years, we still in our corporate job. Because comfortable. Comfortable, correct or not, what I'm saying?
Yes.
But once something unfortunate or something which is deemed unfortunate happens, we are forced to change. And right now we are running, you know. I'm so happy that we are all here today. We want to be a better version of ourselves. So everyone here, you know, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. And the last one, we talked a little bit about identifying retirement needs. Why this is important? Because upon identifying retirement needs, right, we can move forward. Like I said, a map, if we do not have, we don't know where we're going, it's basically I close my eyes, you know, and I just walk around. I want to do this, but it will be a bit dangerous for everyone lah. Everyone close eyes and then walk around, but I think dangerous lah. But if we close our eyes and walk, right, chances are we're going to hit that glass door, or we're going to hit the cabinet. So that's why it's very, very important to identify. I know that the example sounds really silly, but most people walk with their eyes closed. That's why after 20 years, I don't know whether you guys get that feeling. Work for 20 years, ask yourself, hey, I worked for 20 years, macam I didn't save enough. Do you have that same?
Nothing.
Yeah, seems like nothing, right? So right now, that's why we want to change it. Only when we have a goal, we will have a destination. When we have a destination, we can move towards it. Okay? So right now, we're going towards module 2. Why retirement goals are important. Yes, and these are the two things we're going to talk a bit about. Avoid bankruptcy and maintain lifestyle. So, as I mentioned, this data is very prevalent. Unfortunately, if you go Chinese New Year, you hang out with your relatives and whatnot, right? Most people, they don't talk about money. Most people, they don't talk, so we don't know. But statistically speaking, out of 10 people in one room, 8 will not have enough money to retire, statistically speaking, right? About half will go bankrupt after the age of 55, right? This is after you get your EPF money, will go bankrupt. You finish all the money lah, basically. And then the last one, this one is quite sad lah. Actually, that day we went to HKL lah, and I'm starting to see this phenomena. You know, you go HKL, you think like the people. You know, you see all these small cars. I suddenly see BMW, Mercedes. I see all these very lavish cars. You know, and then there was this one question. Someone asked me, they says, why are there more and more lavish cars there? And why are there more Datuk and Tan Sris going to the hospital? Simply because inflation is just so high. Inflation is so high that even though you have title Tan Sri ke Datuk, but once you stop earning money, once your monthly becomes zero, right, and you have 5,000 every month, right, wow, it's quite painful. That's why you see a lot of VIPs and T20s going to the public healthcare, right? Let me ask you guys one question. Would you guys want this to happen or not?
No.
Would you guys want this to happen or not?
No.
No, don't want.
Okay. So I'm gonna tell you the step by steps, okay? Okay. Right now, just want a quick question lah, right? What do you notice about this particular these numbers over here? What do you guys notice?
Just nice.
Just nice.
No wow factor.
No wow factor.
Yeah, I want like plus 10, plus
Minus.
20, plus 10, plus 10, plus 10. Then there's the wow.
Wow. Okay. That's why you need to have goals. That's why we're all here today. Okay, so if you guys can't see because these are all numbers, it shows here negative 5,000, negative 15,000, negative 5,000. So in January, negative 5,000, February, negative 15,000, March, negative 5,000, April, negative 5,000. But below that, I put positive 5,000, positive 15,000, positive 5,000, positive 5,000, whereby our earnings equals to our spending. So, we would like to have even more lah, basically.
Yes.
There's more money coming in versus less money going out.
Spending, yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. So, guys, like I said, when we go to the gym, we have to measure our weight. Right? When we go to the gym, we need to measure our waist. It's the same thing over here. Right now, when there's clarity, you can take action. Okay, let me ask you a quick question. If you guys go to a gym, right, and assuming I just assuming it's me I don't want to say weight is a very sensitive issue So assuming if I'm 80 right, and assuming right now I want to be 70 by the end of this year, okay, assuming. Right now, if I go to a gym and I've been working out from January, February, what happened? I weigh myself. I'm 82. What will happen basically?
Oh no.
Oh no, then what will happen?
Motivation gone down.
Motivation gone down. What else?
Not really because if you were to measure, and only the simple thing is when you put on your pants, your weight may increase, but your pants is longer, right? Meaning you have built muscles. Muscle often weigh 3 times heavier than your fats. So it depends on what you want to achieve.
What's your goal?
So if he puts on his pants 82 kg, but he feels good like his pants is loose, it's something to celebrate. That's how I see it.
Okay. So right now, again, we will come to this Basically, it's all about numbers. So if I'm heavier, but then my pants are loose, is it a good thing? Was it not a good thing? So again, let's go down to the numbers. Only when we have numbers, we can measure specifically. There's no two ways about it basically. If tiba-tiba I'm 82 and then my pants are tighter, basically alamak, what do I have to do? What's the actionable item?
Something very wrong.
Fire the gym instructor. And then I say, cannot this guy. And then Bob, okay. But the whole thing of it all is we can take corrective action. So remember, the first part of the class where we talk a little bit about monthly expenses. Now you guys see why having a monthly number is important. Only when we have a monthly number, then we will know agak-agak how much we want to make lah, basically. So if you feel it's more ideal to make 2,000 more, put it down, 2,000, 2,000, plus 2,000 more. So assuming if we spend about 5,000,
I want 7,000.
but we want to have 7,000,
Yes.
right? So in the beginning, we talked a little bit about what is your, how much you guys spend and what is your ideal retirement life, right? Right now, we are talking a little bit about how much we need. And the best case scenario is we have a bit of extra lah. Don't ngam-ngam lah. You ngam-ngam means like tiba-tiba kereta rosak, then alamak. Then after that, we have to pinjam. Please
And
don't.
then inflation.
Inflation. Betul. Betul. Okay, so right now, we already talked a little bit about why retirement goals are so very, very important. Number one is to avoid bankruptcy. Number two is to maintain lifestyle. How do we maintain our lifestyle? Basically, look at how much money come in, come out, come in, come out. In fact, if you want to have a better lifestyle, also can. Make more money lah. Right? Make more money lah. It's very simple. Okay? So right now, we already talked about Module 2. Now we're going to talk a little bit about Module 3. Setting clear and measurable goals, number one. We're going to talk a little bit about figuring out your expenses. So right now, we're going to break it down into two. If you guys are wondering, say, hey, we already talked about this here. What? Okay, why? It's because right now, I'm going to talk a little bit about how to save and how to invest. If you have these two key lessons, that's financial freedom. Every book they will talk to you about how to retire comfortably. Every book will say save, invest, save, invest, save, invest. So we're going to talk a little bit about figuring out your expenses. We're going to talk a little bit about setting clear and measurable goals. And the last one we're going to talk about choosing saving and investments. Okay, over here. This is a class participation now, right now, right? These are expenses, right? I want to test everyone, So right now, expenses can be divided into two. Your needs versus your wants. Okay? So, what are considered as needs? Keperluan asas, essentials.
Rental, electricity, internet, grocery.
Okay. So those are your essentials are basically. Okay. Your wants is basically
Good to have.
good to have like
Nice.
I'll give you like okay, instead of going to Penang, I go to China, I go to Japan. I think that's quite extravagant lah, basically, right? Okay. So let me ask you, okay, so you already know what's needs and wants. Needs is for human to survive lah, basically. If today I tak makan means, can still survive lah, but if one week tak makan means pengsan already lah, right? Or if I don't drink for 1 week, pengsan also lah. So that is basically our essentials, right? Our needs. And then our wants is, it's nice to have lah, go to cinema, have some popcorn, those are our wants, okay? So let me ask everyone here. Groceries, needs or wants?
Needs.
Needs. Eating out?
Wants.
Needs. For me.
Okay, why? I know the answer, but let me ask you, why is it important?
I cannot everyday eating at home by cooking myself.
Faham?
I need time to just walk out from the house
Faham?
and spend some times either alone, either with friends or family.
Okay, so this one is very interesting. I actually asked this particular question before. Most corporate couples, husband and wife working, they don't have time. They don't have time.
Eat together.
They don't have time.
Yeah.
When they don't have time, husband and wife work until 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So when they work until 6 or 7 o'clock at night, right, they don't have time to cook. So therefore, this one is a need for certain couples. So basically, it's not everyone is in one bucket.
Yeah.
But
So those whose needs is eating out grocery is not essential already lah.
yeah lah, it's not so essential lah.
They don't have to go and buy, but they just have to go and eat.
Exactly. So this one, if you want to buy things like
grocery, you have your, like, how to say, the cleaning stuff also considered grocery. Right?
I'll give you once for grocery list. Things like, you know, your candles to make your house smell nice.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
That's one of them. I'll give you more ones lah. Other ones is maybe things like ice cream lah. You know, I know that the young ones will love ice cream, but for me, it's like it's a waste of money. But again, you know, everyone has their needs and wants lah. Okay, so the third one, rental. Is it a need or want?
I don't have a home, so I have to rent. So
Rent
it's a need.
is a need.
Shelter over my head.
Electricity, is it need or want?
Needs.
It's this one. There's no two ways about it lah. Like,
Yeah.
susah to live in darkness lah. Movies, is it need or want?
Once,
For me, it's one.
Wants. Vacation.
once.
Half.
Half. I'll tell you a quick story lah. Actually, when I was training a lot of government linked companies, I've been doing a lot of corporate trainings. I asked this question, you know, is it a need or want? And then this person, it's a guy, he said, it's a want. I was quite interested. I was like, how is this a want? Can you explain it to me? Because I need to know also. He said right now, working in a corporate life, right? Because we work up to 12 hours. And then the thing is like, you can hear this company going to let go of people, that company going to let go of people, and then you hear this department going to let go of people, right? He thinks vacation is a need lah, basically. Why? It's because he needs to release stress. He needs to release stress. So, okay lah, I also have to admit, for myself also, for me it's a need also, because, very stressed very stressed. Honestly, while working, while doing TTT on the side, while doing my side job lah, whatever lah, it is very stressful. I in fact work almost 18 hours a day. So for me, a vacation is a need lah, basically. So again, I'm not saying it's good, it's not good. Everyone should know, right? We're already adults already. So again, like I said lah, but example lah, if I go to maybe Penang, maybe I go to Malacca, then after tiba-tiba I say I want to go to Japan or Korea, I would consider it as a want lah, basically. For me lah, because I think it's too extravagant lah. Cuti Malaysia, I think still okay lah. Gym, need or want?
For me, it's one.
Want?
One.
Yeah. This one I agree. I used to, I'll tell you a very quick saving tip lah. I used to be a gym member tau. Spend 300 ringgit every month. 300. And I seldom go to the gym. So I quite malu to admit lah. Alamak. As a financial trainer, I want to admit very malu lah.
So that's why now, like some certain like Pilates,
Uh-uh.
they have fine.
Uh-uh.
If you didn't go to the class,
Uh-uh.
you need to pay.
Yes.
So that
So
that
they
you
make
have
it
the
more
motivation
decent
to go.
Oh, okay.
Right now, gyms, last time you join the gym, they'll give class free, you know. Right now, the fees are cheaper, but every time you want to join class, you have to pay extra. That's how they make money. Oh, hey, these guys. Everything costs money now nowadays. Internet, need or want?
It's a need. It's like electricity nowadays.
Correct. And what else are needs in your opinion? I can remember. I can give you one example. Right now, I already have this example.
Which is not listed.
Which are not listed. Give me one, which is a need.
Haircut.
Haircut. Okay. Because I can't cut my own hair, even though I'm botak, you know.
Can shave. I got a lot of friends buy and shave. They
Yeah
say
lah,
save
no
for
lah, I
money.
cannot lah. I end up hurting myself. How about yourself? Any things which are needs?
Maybe makeup,
Okay.
skincare.
Okay.
It's a need.
Okay. Okay. So again, whatever is needed, don't let anyone tell you, you know, say, this one is a one. Again, a lot of financial books out there. I feel that when they give wrong advice, right, it's difficult. It's very difficult to act, right? So some financial books will say vacation is a need, but right now I think more and more is a want. And another thing is education. I feel education is a need. Because right now in this economy, right, for us to survive, right, to cari makan lah.
Tiba-tiba.
Yeah lah.
This era with the technology,
AI.
jobs are changing. So
Exactly.
we no longer have our grandparents' job.
Yeah. Just, last time, my dad's time, they will work in one company for
For the
30 years.
rest of their life.
Yeah. After they graduate, that same job, 30 years,
Until they retire, then they bring their kid in also. sometimes.
Yeah, and then I still remembered, and I just want to tell you guys, in the office, right, it's very different, where everyone is family. I used to go to my dad's office, and everyone knows me like their
Kids.
son, their son, So it's like we are all family. So why am I telling you this story? Is because right now corporate life is getting more and more impersonable. When it gets more and more impersonable, very easy to let go of people, lah. Very easy to let go of people. Okay, so right now, I just want to talk a little bit about setting clear and measurable goals, right? And why this is important. Why this exercise is very, very important, right? In fact, when I was doing this exercise with everyone here before, right? I actually had this particular idea when I was doing needs and wants. And why this is very important, no? We don't even have to say this is Ali, because truthfully, it was me. So Ali is 30 years old. He learned a bit of financial literacy. After cutting down his expenses, he cut down coffee and Grab. For me, it's Grab. I will take a Grab back home, right? Coffee, I will always spend on something else. But if he cuts these two expenses,
30 ringgit already.
30 ringgit. 30 ringgit may not sound a lot. It doesn't sound a lot. 30 ringgit is just like, alah, 30 ringgit saja kan. Lepas tu, but let me give you guys something to ponder lah. 30 ringgit darab dengan 30 days is 900 ringgit. Darab dengan 12. So assuming lah it's 1,000 per month. Kalau you darab dengan 12, it's 12,000, So if you were to invest it and it gives you about 15%, what will happen is in 15 years, you have 500,000. 500,000.
What is that I can get 15% now? I'm
Okay.
interested.
Okay, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you. I'll definitely tell you. I want to say now, but okay, I'll tell you guys
Okay,
later.
continue
We
later.
continue first. Continue. Okay. So right now, I will give everyone 3 minutes. Don't need so much of time. Please write down all your expenses. Right? Number one. So every day, or just put down your most common expenses. Like, okay, I would
Breakfast,
breakfast, go coffee shop or whatever, right?
Manicure, pedicure.
Manicure, pedicure, go for massage
Do
or
the
whatever. Do hair or everything lah. Take Grab, go here. Take Grab, go there. Go shopping or whatever. Put down the expenses lah. And please, this one, the more you put down, you have more clarity. Again, we can go for a class and then after that, okay lah, we just simply do. But when we simply do, then we simply get result lah. So, yeah, I used to be like that lah. So that's why I'm telling you guys, I don't want anyone, to struggle lah, basically. So the more clarity you have, right, then it's easier for you to take action. Then beside each of these expenses, put the amount, right? The last one, put whether it's a need or want. Okay? And then I will give you 3 minutes starting from right now. Any questions you can ask?
The expenses for a day, or need to make it for a month, or
A day.
A
A day.
Lah, like today lah.
Okay.
And then if you have a vacation every once a year, so you just put lah. So after you already do your daily one, right? The next one is how much you spend 1 year lah. Basically, Chinese New Year, how much you spend. The vacation, how much you spend. If Chinese New Year you spend, you also have to write lah. Say, oh, Chinese New Year I spend on
Giving about to parents.
canned drinks lah. I know this is very popular. Canned drinks, and then the oranges also. A lot of my relatives, when they buy oranges, towards the end, all oranges rosak, man. Because we keep giving oranges among each other, so end up like rosak.
It's just a cultural thing to
Yeah.
exchange.
So 3 minutes starting from now. I will get back to you in 3 minutes. So could you tell me what are your top expenses?
For now, housing loan,
Housing loan,
car loan,
car loan, very basic lah.
insurance.
Insurance. How about yourself?
Insurance, food.
Food lah.
I've got this tendency of going to try out the latest
Oh, me also.
cafe.
Me also.
So I've decided this year, reduce that habit
Okay.
and maybe support more local kopitiam.
Kopitiam. Okay. I got one story for you actually. How to invest later lah. I'll share with you. Okay. So a little bit about needs and wants. So are there any expenses you think you can cut from today onwards? You say
Zeus coffee lah.
Zeus coffee lah.
Reduce the frequency lah.
how about yourself?
Mostly I had my lunch and dinner outside.
Or mostly outside lah.
But you cannot say you don't eat, right?
I may just that's mean home cook, or either I can do the simple one instead of like every day is heavy.
Faham?
Okay.
Faham? So for me, what I did was I stopped taking. I only did this too, I stopped taking Grab. Right?
Then what? You took public transport?
Public transport, LRT.
Bus and all lah? Walk and walk.
Well, I'll tell you a story, okay? So this one, why this coffee? Actually, it's not really coffee lah. I'm embarrassed to say. Actually, it's during Ramadan, we used to have this bazaar, bazaar, everywhere bazaar, right? I'll take 50 ringgit lah. I'll spend.
You sure you start at 50? Yeah, you didn't take out extra.
Actually, it's more. It's more. It's a lot more. Could be 100. It's actually this year's Gerai Ramadan, right? I went to Taman Tun. I just want to share with you guys a story lah. Taman Tun, I last time like a kuih like this, maybe it's 50 cents.
Oh, it's still
Right.
something.
Right now, yeah, the kuih has already reduced in size,
And got one shop people
and it's
queue up like crazy.
70
one.
cents, way. Yeah.
Have to queue up and pay. It's not free,
Okay. On top of that, burger, Ramly burger. How much
Or you
Ramly
mean
burger?
the mashed burger that sell 30,
Yes,
40?
yes. She already told the story lah. Ramly burger, on average, is about 4-5 ringgit. Taman Tun,
More lah, 4-5 ringgit, 7.50.
7 already. Now Taman Tun, the smash burger is about 30-40 ringgit. I'm like, wow! But they do things like they will use the fire lah. And then the most mind blown part is that place sells burgers for so expensive and it's so crowded.
And people queue up.
People will just queue up. Okay? So, for me, actually, after I've done this too, I save a lot. I was like, wow, not bad lah. So right now, if you can cut one expense, what expense would that be? Okay, so how I cut is, I don't say every day I don't take Grab, When I'm tired, I take Grab lah. But if I have enough energy, I just walk back home. The impact of this, actually I lost weight. I lost weight.
Save money, lost weight, so healthy.
Save money, lost weight. And then on top of that, I save money. Instead of going for the bazaar, right? What happened was I lost weight. And people actually saw me after 2 months and said, wow, I know you lost a lot of weight, man. I say, thank you. So, yeah lah. So, again, I just want to tell you guys this one thing lah. Right? If you take action and you take one action and you repeat that one action, it becomes habit. And then when you have good habits, you get good results. You have good habits, you get good results. Ever since, okay lah, like for me lah, sometimes I get jealous lah, seeing thin people say, how they are always so thin? And I see them eat also, they don't eat so much. They every time eat vegetables, right? So they have good habits. When you have good habits, easy to lose weight. So right now, if you have one expense today, what would it be? Right? Cut that one expense down and you'll start seeing results. From today onwards, Okay? So how do 80% of people use their money? They just earn and spend. The next one is they use this one. This one is poison. Please don't do this.
Like the credit card.
It's like credit card. So do you guys know what a BNPL is?
buy and pay later lah.
Yes, buy now, pay later.
Atom and all.
Yes.
Even Air Asia.
Yes.
You can
So
buy your ticket and then split the payment.
correct. So this one, the interest rate is much higher than credit cards. Much higher. I did a calculation. Is credit cards is about 14-15%. Huh? This one is about even higher than that. I couldn't comprehend lah. I said, wow, this is so expensive. Imagine right now if you have a lot of buy now pay later, and then when you retire or no job, right, you have to pay this and you have to pay your monthly expenses. So this one, if possible, try to stay away from it. So how do wealthy people use money, right? They earn and they invest, right? So that means you actually keep aside. Every time you have salary, keep aside. Don't see the money. Keep aside. In fact, for me, what I do is I'll keep aside money. Once I have enough money, right, I'll invest. I'll invest in skills. I'll invest in education.
I've got a weakness, I cannot keep money. So I force deduction from EPF.
Very smart.
Contribute more.
Very smart.
So because when I see money, I get very excited and I
Yeah,
want to spend.
me also.
So because I work so hard, I deserve it, right?
Correct.
So but when it goes to EPF, I don't see it, then I cannot complain. Assuming I took a pay cut lah. So that's how I achieve my EPF amount.
So you pay the
On top of the 12%, I contribute additional.
It's for savings.
Oh.
So
Because-
From the company, is it?
No,
No.
ourselves lah,
So you
contribute
will
more.
bank in yourself. Is it?
When we tell HR, the HR can help you fill a form.
Correct.
They will auto deduct. Because even if I depend on myself, I was like, maybe this month no need bank in lah. I use first, right? I don't
Correct.
have that discipline.
Oh.
So I make it default deduct. So I don't have to worry.
But do they set a limit, like how many
No,
percent? No
because now you can pay additional 100,000 into the account yourself, so there's no limit. So that's how I force myself to achieve my EPF target. I had that target when I was probably 40. Then I said I need to have X amount by this age. So alhamdulillah, I managed to get it by that concept because I cannot save. I see money, I get excited.
Yeah, I also lah. Everyone
That's
lah.
like I work so hard. Like I say, I
Yeah,
work
man.
so late, come back late, dark also late, go back also late. I think I deserve this money, but by the default, going to EPF, you don't feel it because you take it like a pay cut.
Correct. So that's a very, very good tip. Whereby once you earn, straight away invest.
It's investing because it goes to EPF
Straight away
and
invest.
it's the
Correct.
highest interest.
Correct. So what I used to do is I just buy house. Because last time I did not know anything about EPF, and EPF was a scary word lah for me. So, EPF, very scary. So I said,
And then people are rumor mongering as well. Don't put all your eggs in EPF.
yeah. So what I did was actually I bought property, and property actually naik about 10 or 15%.
But a
But
bit risky now because very hard to liquidate.
so I'll tell you guys, okay, all these property gurus now, they would say property is good lah, can make money. I'll tell you something. Happened to me, real life. I actually have a property in Ipoh. Bungalow lah. And then when the renter move out, I look, say, fan missing, aircon missing. That's not even the worst part, My renter before this was a kindergarten. They go and chonting in the house,
So you have to repaint the whole house.
And that's not even the worst part. They chonting a figurine, like a human, like that. But sebab they don't know how to look it properly, the human looks very ugly lah. I masuk my own house, takut cannot lah. So if you own property also, it's not like what people say in the internet lah, can make money every month or whatever. In actuality, your tenants will complain. Sometimes when you take over your property.
Risk, you got tenants who don't pay as well.
Yes, correct.
So that would be a case.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's a risk, and then even tenant move, you need to spend money to reinvest and paint
Correct.
and do some touching up.
So these are how people, the wealthy, actually use their money. Okay. Okay. So we have more students. Okay. So let me just share this one story with you. Okay. I want to just blow everyone's mind lah. Okay. iPhone was introduced in 2007. right? And iPhone back then lah was about because it's a payment plan lah. 3,000 you go and buy with Maxis, and then they will subsidize lah. Macam 2,000 lah. 3,000 we pay, 2,000 they subsidize, right? So agak-agak is 5,000 lah, right? Did you know that the Apple stock when they first launched the iPhone was only $3 sahaja? So what if you invest instead of spending? Okay, again, why I actually went through all this exercise is to show you needs versus wants. When you push away all your wants and you invest that money, right? And assuming right now, so this is 2007, Apple. You see this line here? Before the hill, then it melompat, right? What will happen is that you will have 460,000 just by not buying an iPhone, investing that 5,000 into Apple. In a couple of years, right? If you invest in 2007, today you have 460,000. Will this be enough for everyone to retire?
No.
Still no?
No.
Wow, I have a very difficult audience, eh?
Very
It's a very greedy audience. Alamak, like this.
Competition is maybe
Every
for some
quarter-
years lah, maybe.
Okay lah.
Every quarter want to go on holiday.
Okay. Okay, good that you have high goals lah. Okay, so let me just tell you guys a little bit about how to actually make this money, how to actually earn this money, right? So right now, I just want to share with you guys. This is the most important part, right? This is the most important part, right? The next couple of slides, the next couple of minutes, please listen up. This is very important. Basically, when we invest in stocks, another word for stocks is share. Right? So when we buy stocks, we are actually a shareholder for a company. Right? And we have ownership within the company. For example, let us say Abu and Ali, they both receive VSS. Right? Abu decided to open a teh tarik shop. Right? So one day, what happened was, it was a slow day lah, right? It was under a big tree. Abu has his 1 stalls and he has only 4 tables. He's only making about 200 ringgit per day, right? So this is when Abu first opened his business lah, right? And he's not making that much of money. And then after that, he's wondering lah, hey, am I doing the right thing? So what happened was, after 3 or 4 months, Ali saw Abu's potential. He tried Abu's teh tarik and he says, hey, Abu, I like your teh tarik lah. And then after that, he's beginning to see, okay, after 3 or 4 months, he's beginning to see, because there's only 1 table, 4 chairs, not many people can go. When not many people can go, what will happen is that he can only serve people that are lining up and people that are sitting on the table and chair. So right now, Ali thinks to himself, he says, you know what, maybe I should invest in Abu's business. Maybe I should invest in Abu's business. And then Ali invests as much as 50,000 in the business. So what Abu does with that money is he buys more chairs and tables, right? And with that, Abu can serve more people. And in fact, income from that business increased by five times. So right now, per day, instead of 200, they make 1,000 ringgit per day. And what eventually happens is, Ali is a shareholder. Remember the concept about stocks and shares? So right now, with Ali just investing 50,000, he makes 500 ringgit
A day.
per day. So that is the power of investing in shares, right? Okay, so I know some of you guys are foodies over here, and I know some of you guys suka makan lah. And in fact, I also like to makan. I was from Ipoh lah, and when I was in Ipoh, we used to go to coffee shops, Chinese coffee shops. It was quite nice. I grew up eating there lah. And one day, I actually was in Meat Valley, Meat Valley, and I saw this shop penuh. I was like, hey, what shop is this? First time I went there. Second time I went there, penuh juga. Then the third time I went there, every day penuh. You go lunch,
Constantly
dinner,
until
yes,
now.
Meat Valley. So, Even Adeline also knows. This place is, this place is always crowded.
Adeline is not a fan.
Yeah. This place is always crowded. I'm like, alamak, why is this place every time crowded? So I told myself, I said, if this place is very crowded, what does this mean? If you are a business owner, okay, assuming right now you buka kedai lah, and you're a business owner lah, right? And your shop every day penuh dengan orang. Penuh every time, penuh. Does this mean that your shop is profitable tak?
Yes.
Viral kan? Kan? So, if you have a business like this lah, kalau your food prices, Oriental Kopi dia bukan, it's not reasonable. Dia is a bit on the pricey side. On top of that, penuh. Every time penuh. Dah lah, each person, you make a very good profit. On top of that, selalu ramai orang. A lot of people come. So, let me just tell you this particular thing. You see this Oriental Kopi,
You just listed, right? Not
yeah,
long.
within 1 year, you have made 60% as a shareholder. As a shareholder, you make 60%. So some people ask me how to make 15%. I'll show you how to make 4 times better. 60%.
Only, 20% enough. Yeah.
20% enough lah. Okay lah.
Maybe slow and steady.
Slow and steady wins the race lah. Okay. So right now, I'll tell you another example. KPJ. Have any of you guys heard KPJ?
Yeah, visited. They are growing internationally also in Indonesia.
So KPJ, okay, this is one thing lah. I have older family members lah. Kadang-kadang when I take them to hospital lah, penuh man, penuh. I'm like, my goodness me, long queue? And let me tell you a story. There was once I had to take one of my older family members hospital. 7 p.m. after dinner, we went to do X-ray, we went to do everything. By the time the whole treatment finished, it was 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. I was like, wow, this one is gila lah, basically, because the hospital is so crowded, right? So over here, we can see that within 3 years, you have made more than 2 times your money. So if you invested 1,000 lah, or 2,000 ringgit lah, your 2,000 ringgit will become 5,000 ringgit in 3 years. In 3 years only. So, okay, why did I tell you these 2 random examples? Why? I say, kenapa Anan tiba-tiba cakap?
Essentials.
Okay, essentials, betul? It's a very good. What else? Any guesses? Kenapa these 2 examples? Okay lah, actually this is a very difficult question to ask also lah. Because I actually interacted with both these companies in my stories. Masa I nak makan, like I said, I grew up in Ipoh. I like to eat kopitiam lah, basically. So when I eat kopitiam, so when I went to find it in Mid Valley, right, tengok, I said, every time crowded. So I said, if I buy this stock, I wonder whether I can make money. So you can see someone, I think this one I made about 30 or 40%. It's not bad lah, my returns. This one I made about 60%, KPJ. Why I actually went to KPJ was like, older family members, we masuk around 7 in the evening. Sampai pukul 3. It was until 3 o'clock. And then what happened was, I told myself, I said, hospitals is a very good business. So I said, I think if I invest in hospitals, I think I may make money. Tengok, I think this one I made about 60%. Right? So basically, right, this is an activity. I'm going to teach you guys how to choose winning stocks. Okay?
This is interesting.
Okay, I'm going to teach you guys how to choose winning stocks. I'm going to ask you guys 4 questions. I'll give you guys a couple of minutes. Let me go through the questions and I'll give opening it up. Okay, number 1, was there any restaurants you went to recently? Right? And the restaurant penuh lah, like ramai orang lah, kan? I heard this one hot pot company was listed in the US. The next one is, was there any products that you use and memang suka? I'll tell you an example. This one, my junior analyst last time, when she first started working, I asked her, what products do you like to use? She says, I like to buy Vinci shoes last time. Vinci shoes were very hot last time.
Very affordable.
Yeah.
And then nice designs.
Very nice design. And selalu penuh. In KLCC, selalu penuh. It was maybe 10 or,
The other
or
one is
15 years.
Padini also.
Padini. Padini and Vinci are owned by the same company. If,
Same owner.
same owner. If you guys, from your phone, you take out and you look at stock price for Padini, I think would have went maybe 10
I think
times.
they have gone overseas already. They
Already
were
went
venturing,
overseas,
I think before COVID, they were already venturing overseas.
Overseas. They have a, okay, so basically, right, was there any product that you use and like? And you think, this shop every time penuh orang lah, penuh orang, okay? The next one is, what is your favorite drink and food? Again, I'll give you an example. Have you guys heard of this brand called Misui?
Yeah.
Misui.
For competitor.
Yeah. Misui and Chaji.
Chaji,
Ah.
yes.
Yeah.
And a beauty.
Beauty.
Yeah. I
From China also.
Yeah. I start
Malaysian product, is it?
No, China.
all from China.
All from
China.
Even Chaji.
Chaji,
Yeah,
semua.
Chaji very big in
I
China.
thought Chaji is the founder is wife of Lee Chong Wei.
No, ambassador.
Oh, maybe.
They are ambassadors.
Oh, ambassador.
Ambassador. Oh, okay. Never mind.
So this one is like once you already know your favorite drink and food, cuba tengok. It says, so for this exercise, just list down all of these things. List them all down, and I'll get back to you in 5 minutes. Okay. So what are the brands you guys listed? What are the brands you guys listed? Anyone?
I've got Zeus, I've got Apple.
Zeus, Apple. Besides that?
Bing Sui.
Misui. Okay, so all of this actually can invest. I actually masuk in Misui also.
Lima.
Family Mart is owned by a listed company. Nanti this one is later I'll teach you guys lah macam mana. Okay. So all of them actually, if you notice, Zeus also. Zeus, they were so successful, they want to sell their shares. And remember what I said a little bit about shares. When you buy a share, you are basically a shareholder. You actually own the company. So, as I give you the example, remember when Apple actually sold their first iPhone, right? Tengok-tengok, tiba-tiba you see a long line. Then they sold another iPhone, tengok-tengok another long line. So, basically, they not only have a very expensive product, they made crazy profits. But on top of that, people menggila-gilakan their product. They really love Apple products. And like I said just now, whoever bought Apple right? The example was over here. If we, instead of buying an iPhone, we use that 5,000 ringgit to buy the Apple share when they first launched their first iPhone. Today, the investment will be 460,000. Okay, so why this is very important? Next time, if you want to go Oriental Kopi, want to makan Oriental Kopi, instead of pergi makan Oriental Kopi, belilah saham Oriental Kopi.
Betul.
Kan? Atau kalau kita nak beli misui or caji, instead of going there, belilah. Okay, so instead of maybe in a week maybe we go 5 times Instead of that, maybe we can cut maybe 3 times. We cut 2 times we go there, minum, makan, whatever. But that 3 times, we save that, we invest. We save that, we invest. So therefore, the example that I gave you guys about your wants and your needs, always remember that. Only when you remember that, you will know. You have a compass. This one is a one, tak payah, right? So you can cut your wants, reduce your wants, use that money to invest. For me, especially back then when they first launched an iPhone, actually is a want Most guys, we all say, "Oh, where's all this gadget?" Last time the iPhone was like any other Nokia phone. Dulu when they first, I still remember. So we were all showing off ourselves. We can take pictures. The pictures are very nice. I think after 5 or 10 years, when the apps got a lot better, when you can WhatsApp, when you can use the maps and everything, right? That's when your smartphone became an essential. Tetapi when they first launched the iPhone, we could have used that 5,000 to make 500,000, right? So if there's only one lesson you can learn from today from everything which I said, cut your wants. After you cut your wants, you start investing. You see what you really like, you start trying to accumulate those shares, okay? And as I mentioned to you, this is living proof I actually made about 80%. How did I make 80%? Okay, so you notice this was actually on a high. I actually bought it when it's actually at a very low level like this. And then this is actually when the peak basically. So that's where you can actually make about, some of my students actually made about 100%. They bought it at the low and then they sold it at the peak for 100%. Okay, so so I'm gonna tell you guys, if you guys want to start from today onwards, and then you tell yourself you know what, I want to start from today right? So where should I look at? This year, what was the first thing that you remember happened this year? The biggest news? Trump? Venezuela kan?
Then now Greenland.
And Greenland. Okay? Every time when this guy does something, what are the 2 things at night? What are the 2 things yang naik harga?
Gold will go up and then share will go down.
Okay. In 1 year, gold has went up about 70%. But there's this one particular metal.
Silver.
No one talks about this. I bought this, I made quite a lot actually. But okay, this one, in the same time period, this is 1 year, 1 year, 1 year. But silver made more than double gold. More than double gold.
These are on paper, right?
Yes, until you sell it, then you make money lah. These are all paper, right? So basically, why has this gone up? Because of war. If we think there's going to be more war this year, I would maybe look at these two assets, gold and silver. And if you're asking yourself, hey, which one to invest? Where should I allocate the money? Just buy both. Just buy both. I mean, I wasn't a genius when I bought gold and silver. I just bought a bit of gold, a bit of silver. And I made money on both these assets, right?
I use, instead of the gold, the wants and the needs, every girl would like to have a Coach bag.
Coach bag.
Right, so I work in Maxis, there's Tommy downstairs. Everyone in Maxis carry brand. So instead of buying a Coach bag with 1,000, 3,005, I bought a Tommy gold
Wow.
piece.
Ah.
So I do collect physical gold.
Wow.
And it increased about close to 200%.
200%.
Since 2013 onwards.
Yeah. Actually, if you ask me which is better, so I got a lot of questions. It says, should we
Up to you lah, your preference.
should we buy actual physical gold or should we buy paper gold? So, if you ask me paper gold, physical gold is safer.
Physical gold I learned because in ancient time, you have war. Like now let's say I ask you paper you got war, your bank you cannot take out money. You got physical gold, you can at least trade for food. So that's why I don't buy Pandora, I buy real gold jewelry. You trade both, but imagine if there's war or something happen, your money is stuck. You can't
Correct.
take out to save yourself.
And it's very risky.
So whereas physical, you can trade for food for survival.
So let me give you an example. Kalau if we beli gold through the internet so then it will look on an app macam touch and go, right? Touch and go is very simple. Macam berapa clicks you can buy your gold. But the risk is tiba-tiba if the company tutup. I'm not saying touch and go, you're close.
The bank.
If that particular company tutup,
I think there
habis.
was a scheme also, Ponzi scheme on gold, right? Quite some time, a lot of people got trapped.
ada. When you have physical gold, you boleh jual beli. Lepas you dah ada your physical gold, if you buy from bank A, you can sell it to bank B. If bank A tutup, or if bank B tutup, they can always sell it to bank C, right? So this is social unrest, right? If anyone have extra money, you can actually look towards
Social unrest, sorry. What is that again? Social unrest?
social unrest bila macam tunjuk perasaan. In Iran, they had a tunjuk perasaan.
Ada orang mati pun 2,000 orang mati di Iran.
Social unrest meaning
Alright, thank
like
you.
riot, is it?
Riot.
Because of social unrest. I see.
Do investment kan
So there's social unrest lah. Oh, okay. On top of that, this is Visit Malaysia year. So why is why am I bring this up? When Visit Malaysia comes,
Is this
what
year?
will happen? Yes, it's this year, 2026.
Tourists coming in.
Tourists coming in, man. Tourists coming in, what will happen?
Opportunity.
All this business will start making more money.
Your restaurant, so
When
your Oriental.
Oriental Coffee also make
People
money.
will see you, they will
Yeah.
rank you up also.
So, guys, these are the things. If you guys want to invest, if you guys are considering to invest, belum naik lagi lah because the tourists have not masuk yet lah.
But
3 or 4 months.
The price is low now, so it's the best time.
The best time to buy is when everything is cheap. I actually bought silver or in gold also. I actually bought gold maybe 2 years ago when before
It
everything.
was like 300.
Like you lah, I used to accumulate. Then after that, when war came, I was like, wow, I feel like a genius lah. But no lah, that one was lucky lah, to be honest. And these are the things which I invest in. Right?
Oh, even flight. Bus also.
Flight. So this one example is Air Asia and Air Asia X. Bus is the bus companies dari KL pergi ke Ipoh. There's this one bus company called Perak Transit. Yeah, right?
Like aeroline.
Betul. This one Aeroline, all the buses lah.
Sunny.
Betul.
Hotels?
Hotels is like Impiana.
Piano
Uh,
hotel. Okay.
Impiana is a local hotel.
We don't have have a chain of hotels that is doing local, not the.
Shangri-La last time, but
But
Shangri-La has
that's
already moved
foreign,
to
international,
China already.
yeah.
The only local brand, Impiana sahaja.
But they only have one. They only have one, right?
Only one. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Hari tu I bought
And I
Impiana.
don't know if they refurbish. It's so
I don't know.
old.
I don't know.
It's so old.
I bought this and this. This one I made about 30, 40. This one I made
Live
about 30.
KL, I don't know who owned, but it's doing well.
Is it,
Penang also.
So that's why the exercise when I gave everyone, write down what brands you guys use. Write down. After you have written down, you will know what companies to buy. And then after that, from there, you can just Google. It says, is this company, what is the name of the stock for this company, and so on and so forth.
Tour?
Tour is like macam tour guide lah.
Reliance,
Agency.
the Reliance and all.
Especially from China, they'll come in big bus.
Because I didn't know actually that like common people can invest in such companies. I
Boleh.
thought, like, companies like
Boleh.
Yeah.
Oh, I know they share, but I don't know which
know.
platform to
I didn't
go
know
to.
about it.
Yeah.
So,
Sorry. War and social interest to invest?
No.
ni,
When
I
it
put
was-
the mic kat sini. Okay. So, war is when a
I
company...
know that people can make money
Yeah.
in war, but
So, okay,
how do
so...
you do that?
So, every time when it's war and social unrest lah, kalau macam tiba-tiba Korea, there's something happen, or tiba-tiba Indonesia, something happen, or Nepal, last year memang banyak, all these countries.
Bangladesh also.
I don't know whether you guys remember, dekat Indonesia, ramai yang line up just to buy gold. Last year, ramai. And when that happened, the demand of gold just went up. So, last year, I actually bought gold, the first half of the year I bought gold. Then after that, I noticed one thing. Silver, I noticed orang start jual emas when gold actually reach a very high level, right? Orang dah start takut beli emas, diorang jual emas, beli silver.
Silver.
Then I bought silver. So again,
Understood.
yeah. So this one, even though silver is cheap, it looks like a poor man's metal lah.
It's easier to,
Yeah, it looks like a poor man's metal lah.
easier to affordable.
Yeah, more affordable. Cuma, if you look at the increase, this one went up by 70%. So kalau you letak 1,000, you get about 700 ringgit. This one, almost 3 times.
200%.
200%. Kalau 100% is double, 200% is triple lah. So if you put, example, you put 1,000 here, you get 700. You put 1,000 here, you get 3,000. So, wow. So I want to share, this is not theory. This is not, if war and social unrest keeps on happening, because sekarang ni kita boleh nampak dekat Iran and whatnot, right? Looks like it's going to get worse and worse. These are the two things.
Okay.
Okay, so we will conclude this particular module. Before wrapping it up, I would like to ask, what have everyone learned, basically?
That I can, as an individual, that you can buy stocks or invest in any
company,
as individual, and take the opportunity
Exactly,
to make money from there,
exactly,
savings.
exactly,
It helps the company, and it's also helping
Exactly.
the consumer.
exactly. And there was one question tadi, they said, how to make 15%. I've showed you guys how to make 198% in just 1 year. 1 year. So I've showed you guys, if you just invest in silver, you would have made 100 times more than 15%. So why this is important again, just as a small little recap, right? Is this. I gave this example about this particular individual, right? He just invests about 15% every day, and he invests about 30 ringgit per day. In 15 years, he has more than half a million. So, we will conclude this particular section, and we will move towards our conclusion. But before that, again, I'd just like to ask, what have you learned, maybe?
There are many options. It's just that you need to do some housekeeping within first to know what are the things that you can reduce, where you can turn it into your initial investment
Betul.
Principle to start slow
Betul.
as you grow your eggs.
Betul.
So it's starts internally to, how I say,
Betul.
do a housekeeping. Your daily expenses, what is the wants and what is the needs, and you also must know how much you want to achieve by when.
Betul.
Then at least you know how to have a proper roadmap.
Betul.
Rather than steering the ship around the ocean without a destination. You say,
Betul.
I want to make money, but how much
How to
money,
make, right?
by when.
Betul.
So when you know how much, by when, what are the channels? So
Betul.
we can either buy physical gold or paper gold, or we can go to shares,
Betul.
or maybe we can invest in Abu's kopitiam.
Kopitiam.
So, or maybe we have friends who wants to start business,
Correct?
so we can invest in them. So
Correct.
many options.
There's many options.
Rather
Correct?
than makan gaji.
Betul. How about you, Pei?
I never thought that what is happening right now or what is the trend right now can give us an idea where should we start or what we can buy, that mean, or invest. Like for example, you show visit Malaysia year 2026. So it will relate it to like the bus company, the air flight, the hotels,
Yeah.
and so on. and so forth.
Yeah. Like you said lah, remember last time when we had visit Malaysia here dekat Malaysia kan, MAS was so crowded. MAS was the carrier. There was no Air Asia back then lah. Remember, I think it was 96 they had.
In the
Visit Malaysia.
90s.
90s
Yeah.
kan, yes. So at that point in time, Malaysia kaya actually. Kaya. We were already rich country, but we didn't visit Malaysia here. Tiba-tiba, wow, was very meriah. Okay, so we already finished module 3 about setting clear and measurable goals. Right now, we'll move towards the conclusion. Okay, so we already concluded module 1, where we talked a little bit about your retirement needs. This is very, very important because this will give you roadmap on how to save money. Because if you don't know how to save money, right, we cannot invest. So the very basic tool is to learn how to save money. Second, we talk a little bit about why retirement goals are important. Because you can be the smartest person, right? I met a lot of investing professors when I was learning finance. And I used to think, if my professors are poor, how is that possible? I mean, why do I want to be a finance person? When I noticed one thing, it's because professors, they know how to do it. But they don't have the motivation to do it.
I see.
Investment professions, if we know why we are doing things and we have a strong motivation, right? We beranikan diri, just invest. We beranikan diri and invest, right? So the how is not important. The why is more important. Once you have a strong why, it will give you motivation to take action. The third thing is we set clear and measurable goals, right? This is the most important part lah, right? As I mentioned, we had to figure out our expenses, right? Why this is important is because we need to know from our expenses, we need to know how much we want to earn. Assuming if we spend 5,000 ringgit per month.
Per month.
And if some of you guys would like to have more money than 5,000, maybe 6 or 7,000, at least we have the number in our heads, 5,000. Most people, 80% of Malaysians, they don't have a number. So just main tembak je. So when they retire, I say, alamak, not enough money. So in this class, we identify how much we spend on a monthly basis. Lepas tu, you just tambah lah 2-3 ribu. The second one is we set clear and measurable goals, right? Over here, we talked a little bit about we spend 5,000, tambah 2,000. So we want to make 7,000 per month, right? Finally, we talked a little bit about choosing saving and investment plans. Over here, we looked at how we want to save and where should we invest. Just to recap, some of the places is gold, some of the places is stocks, some of the places is property, right? And right now, we're going to conclude. So we're going to go to module number 4, which is the conclusion, where we'll talk a little bit about key takeaways, our learning highlights or learning objective. We're going to put it all together and we're going to have an action plan. I think amongst all of this, the fourth one is very important. Why? You don't take action, no results.
Yes.
Okay. So basically the key takeaways, okay, I'm going to highlight this again and again and again. Close to 80% of Malaysians do not have enough money to retire, right? Because we do not plan. When we don't plan, we plan to fail. There's no plan, we plan to fail. So therefore, I don't want anyone in this room to retire broke lah, basically.
I have a question.
Boleh?
Sorry. I mean, like I saw in the news that this worker getting his EPF. I think about 60 years or something, and then he has like 500,000 for the EPF. And the question is, they were saying like, is it enough for
Tak cukup.
for retirement?
Tak cukup.
Tak cukup. So how much do you think, or like the borderline, the basic borderline?
EPF has estimated more than 1 million. 1.2.
Oh no.
1.2, 1.3.
1.3 for a comfortable life because you get 6 to 7,000 average.
Okay, but don't have to worry.
Okay.
Don't have to worry
I
because
thought like 500K is
Okay,
like
okay.
should be okay for
don't have to worry.
elderly people.
So don't have to worry because from today, if we start investing, if we start saving, we start changing the way we consume.
Spend our money.
So remember the story about the iPhone? Instead of buying an iPhone,
Yeah.
invest in an iPhone
Okay,
stock.
okay.
Instead of drinking misui, we invest in misui. And I think like the iPhone example, you invest 5,000 in iPhone, you get 500,000 in a couple of years. Misui is the same. Everything. So I think today is just a wake up call. If we want to start taking action, this is where training is very important lah. We get together and we continue talking about saving and investing lah. Okay, next thing is if we don't plan today, we are definitely planning to fail lah, basically. So please plan lah, basically, right? So that's why in the beginning I talked a little bit about how to break down our expenses, our ideal retirement life, and then after that, from there, have a number and then break it down to monthly. Right? From there, then it's easier for us to move. Because if we don't have a number, macam difficult. Dia macam tutup mata. I think the example I gave you lah, macam
What's the rest of the thing?
or where to eat for lunch lah. If everyone say anywhere, up to you. So susah nak gerak. So sekarang ni that's why kalau if we have a retirement number and we break it down, very possible. Every day we just move towards it. Yeah. I think the most important thing after this class, start today. Itu sahaja. And then if assuming some of you maybe got 10% or 5%, tak apa. Then can just Roger me say, hey, come lah, we learn. But we need to take initiative lah, basically. Because in order for us to move our goal towards our goal, we need to actually aim for it. But the most important thing is to have a why and to have a plan, right? And when you start on your goal, right? Okay, I used to do this hobby lah. I do rock climbing lah, right? When I rock climb, mountain climbing lah. So when I'm looking at a mountain in the beginning, sometimes I need to, pull myself. So it's like going to a location lah. If you go to a certain location, right? And then you at first it's scary, because you don't know. You cannot in your head, you just don't know what it is. But once you get there, you have a clearer picture. So the most important thing, take the first step and you keep on moving forward. When you keep on moving forward, the picture gets clearer and clearer and clearer. And then the next question is, why didn't you start it yesterday? Tapi tak apa, this is New Year's. Never too late. 2026 will be an awesome year. Okay?
It's just the beginning.
Just the beginning. And that's why we all came for this class. And that's why we all came to learn today. Okay. So, I think the most important thing is this lah. I want to actually, before I wrap up, before I move towards the question and answers, or before I want to take the key takeaway lessons, I want to ask you guys, if there's one thing you guys learned and picked up today, what will it be? One thing.
To save.
To save.
Take action.
Take action.
Invest.
Invest.
Invest. Where to invest?
Okay. The next question is, right now, saving and investing is very important. Okay? From next week onwards, it needs to be tangible tau. Because theory, everyone can say like, oh, just save in zero. I also know. I've been reading this. Okay. If there is one expense that you think, that you know, you shouldn't spend on it lah. What would it be?
That I shouldn't spend.
Cafe hopping.
Okay. Coffee hopping. How about you?
Same.
Same. Coffee hopping. How about
Shopping.
shopping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I don't have that.
I like to shop. Shop for myself, shop for my son, shop for my husband, shop for the whole family.
Shop for everything.
Yeah. So I think the most important thing is I think we
Online shopping.
yeah, even that also. I think one of the most important thing that we learned tadi is actually one particular tip that you shared now, very good tip. Every time when we earn, before we even start spending, put the money aside. So maknanya if we are earning 8,000 and kalau we terbiasa spend 8,000, then whenever that money comes in, we'll spend all the money.
Yeah.
Whenever the money comes in, we'll spend all the money. Now, for example, if we earn 8,000 and we put 1,000 aside and we only have 7,000, and kalau kita terbiasa spend 7,000, eventually it will become a habit.
It will force us to live within our means.
Correct.
So
But
I
it-
take it as a pay cut because
Betul.
there were companies giving pay cut, right? COVID. So I said I'm blessed I didn't. So but I contribute more. So I take it like being
As a pay cut lah.
So
Betul.
I live within the new budget lah.
Was that one of the better decisions you made?
I don't know. I just have thinkings where it's very odd for many normal
Yeah.
people. So even like letting go my second car.
Uh-uh.
I had another second car and I was paying. So I was like, after COVID, I don't think I want to travel. If I continue paying 1,200 every month and paying parking for the 80 ringgit and the shit, I don't see no point. So I was asking people, is it wise to sell it? A lot of people say, no, it's a waste. But I found no, I sold the car. With the cash, I pimp up my Kalisa and I'm driving it around and I don't have to worry.
One of the best
paying
decision, right?
1,200 every month, even
Right.
I've got no income.
Betul.
So my debt is now with credit card and my monthly expenses, that's it. I don't have much.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's like follow your intuition. What
Betul.
you think is right. Consult, average, final decision we make because we have to face, right? If
Betul.
I did not sell, I still have to pay 1,200 every month for the car.
Betul.
Tak masuk petrol, toll, then service maintenance.
Maintenance.
Like my
Foreman,
Kalisa
repair.
is fully paid. So I only pay petrol, my service which is very minimal and it gets me from point A
to point B.
I don't care, people look at me, I drive a small car, I say as long as I'm happy,
Betul.
I don't ask you for
That's
money,
Mm.
it's fine. So it comes to a point whereby ego or whatever, I don't care. As long as I don't ask you for money, for food, you have nothing to say about my lifestyle.
Betul.
And I'm happy.
Betul. I think one of the things which I just want to share with everyone lah, because I think staying in KL sometimes we talk to our neighbors and then sometimes neighbors, diorang after a promotion, they'll buy the second car, they have a weekend car, they have one car for the wife, and then I still remember talking to the neighbor and he says, he has 3 cars, you know. I macam, 3 cars? And then after that, I think sometimes the word is teracun or terikut. So because we live in this society macam terikut kan.
Yeah.
So that's why I think kadang-kadang kalau boleh, we just put the money aside. So kita macam the Malay word is kurangkan nafsu lah basically.
I don't blame the culture, it's also marketing. Because somebody raised this.
Yes.
Every time Raya mesti ada kereta baru. Kena ada
correct.
handphone baru. So they will give you promotion Raya kereta,
Yeah.
discount 8,000 free ini free. It's because everybody want to balik kampung to show their new car.
Yes, that's
Betul.
So they go and change their car.
Betul.
And then end up with that. Right?
Betul.
So it's also the market that's poisoning the user who has
Betul.
very weak power,
Yeah,
low
betul.
power and sleep, right?
taking
They go
advantage
and-
of the culture.
Yeah.
Dah 23 tahun, tak tahu berapa tahun lagi JPJ bagi
Yeah.
review. Baik saya tukar.
Yeah,
Kan ada
betul.
promosi Raya
Yeah.
Cina. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
go back,
yeah, true.
Go cousin's house, I drive nice car.
Yeah.
Car pakai kan? Then this blue car, old car. No standard. Better I drive a new Honda and go visiting.
Betul.
It's your willpower.
Betul. I think a couple of things I want to highlight over here lah. Number one, if we notice most especially government servants, they will take a loan during Hari Raya. They will take a loan and personal loan because
Maybe all year round.
yeah. itu parah tu. Yeah.
Not just during Raya.
It's very easy for them to get loans.
Loan. Yeah. So we notice lah. Lepas we already take personal loan, terbiasa. That's the scary part. When we terbiasa take a personal loan, and then the loan will just increase. And then that's one of the reasons why a lot of people, upon retirement, they don't have enough money. Why? Because after they pay their housing loan, their car loan,
correct.
credit card, personal loan,
No more.
not much. And that's why a lot of people finish their money within the first 5 years of their retirement. So that's number one. I think the second one is this lah. What's more important is this lah. We just don't have a plan. That's why I'm telling you guys a different roadmap. Because most of the roadmap that we have today is dapat duit, spend. Dapat gaji, spend.
Sometimes spend before dapat gaji. Bulan
Betul.
dapat gaji, dapatlah credit card dulu.
And there's buy now, pay
Buy
later.
now, pay later.
Yeah. And the scary part is, especially during fasting month, there's this thing where the after prayers, then when we wash the plates and whatnot, just to relax, right?
Go through online.
Yeah, online, they see all these online lives, And then after this, alamak, tak cukup duit. Tak apalah, buy now, pay later, buy now, pay later, buy now, pay later.
That's right.
And the scary part is this lah, because our salary, it will come at a certain date, and they want to get their salary earlier so that they can pay off their loans.
Yeah.
After they pay off their loans, tak cukup duit for raya.
They start to use again the buy now, pay later that they already paid. It becomes zero and then it's going
Yes.
up again.
And I
The
shared it.
same cycle.
Betul. And I shared it, the buy now, pay later. The loan for that, okay. I remember that example I gave you, that 15%
interest out of
interest
Apple one.
from Apple kan. So that one, assuming if we pinjam RM30 setiap hari, right? And it's a credit card. Setiap hari kita ambil credit card, kita guna credit card. RM30, RM30. That 15, kalau credit card loan is 15%,
Close to that lah, 14%.
in about 20-30 years,
It's a lot money.
the loan is going to be $500,000. Kita pinjam. So credit card, that's
The
why
interest.
banks, they make money from loans.
Exactly.
Make money from loans. So right now, I just want to recap, right? Number one, everyone seems to already got the lesson lah. The most important is don't listen to things that are around you. It's difficult because we scroll also on your Instagram. Everyone has a new. When they makan also is on Instagram. When they go holiday also is at Instagram. So it's very scary out there. But if you do the right thing, which is you minus your salary before you spend, you already have you kecilkan kotak, or you kecilkan your nafsu, right? Nafsu is your wants basically. Once you start doing that, right, you already know, okay, after you, assuming your salary 8,000, you already kecilkan 5,000. 3,000 you already invested. So after that, your 5,000, you just can spend anything you want
Within the means.
within your
I
means.
like the idea. I
Okay.
did that actually. I did that when I was before I get married. It was consistent. I put away money monthly. But after I got married, then I don't become consistent anymore. That's the issue.
Yeah. So
That's the issue now.
Okay. So with that,
This New Year.
this is New Year. So hence,
Like even my daughter, like when she said, I want to buy this, I want to buy that, let's go to Eco Shop. Even though it's RM2.60. Sounds cheap, right?
kecil
But then
kan?
she
Get 10 items.
take here, take there, take here, take there. 30 ringgit, 40 ringgit, 50 ringgit.
Yeah.
Still.
If later after this class you guys look at this stock, it's called Eco Shop. I think Eco Shop went 30 or 40%.
Oh yeah, the brand.
Yeah,
is
Eco.
very popular now.
Yeah.
It went up.
It used to be 2 ringgit
Ah.
before. I think in the past 8 or 10 years before the price. But now then they become like 2 ringgit 20 cents, and then it's going up to 2 ringgit 40 cents, and now it's 2 ringgit 60.
Tak, even the shares for Eco Shop pun dah naik dah.
Pun
actually.
naik juga.
30-40%.
Tell your daughter, I teach you buy.
Can lah. If that's the case,
You-
I invest in Eco Shop.
When you are 18,
What you want to buy, you buy Eco Shop. Then
Yeah.
10 years, you see, wow, big money.
Exactly.
You can buy your own car.
Betul.
Then I feel it's worth it lah.
Betul.
Yeah.
Because I go
explain
to
to her lah.
Eco Shop almost every day. It's driving me crazy.
Eco Shop, DIY, those are the counters.
Yeah.
Nanti lepas ni, if any of you guys are interested, I can just show you lah how to actually look at the shares, how to buy the
I
shares
just
and
want
whatnot.
to know which platform or which is the safest method to buy the share, because apps, they have a lot of hidden costs.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's
Correct.
why I don't want to start. I know what the shares are buy, but I don't know what are the most efficient avenue to buy them without being caught with all these hidden
Correct.
costs.
Yeah,
Correct.
Because a lot
Yeah.
of hidden costs without you knowing, then when you invest, you end up you lose. So much
Correct.
why you don't invest, go back to ground zero. So that's why until today I never entered the share market, because I don't know what is the most safest. Then like we talk, we give some tips, we can manage ourselves. So maybe if you got time or kind effort to just share.
Can guide.
Can, no problem.
Yeah,
That's why I'm a
because-
trainer also lah. That's why I became a trainer, because I realized one thing lah. And I just want to share with you this particular story on why I became a trainer lah. Because when I was training people that's going to retire, pakcik yang dah 55, 60 years old, when they don't have enough money kan, I could see this is the financial literacy booth. This is the booth for jobs. Booth for jobs tu ramai. Lepas tu, one of the reasons why, tak cukup duit lah. And to be a 60-year-old retiree
Kerja lagi.
driving a Grab mah. Oi.
Challenging.
Oi, I was like, oi,
Kesian, I know you feel it.
I feel. And then after that,
Yeah.
there is one thing lah. We believe lah, because I have a responsibility with my knowledge. If I
To enlighten
Yes.
others, to share your wealth.
To
if-
help them.
if I don't do this,
You feel wrong.
yes, for everything right that we have learned and picked up from today lah, basically, right? Again, just to recap, the most important thing is from today, whatever money comes in, cut a small portion, leave it aside. If you like to have coffee, cut a small portion, leave it aside. If you like to go shopping, leave it aside, right? And then once you already have that saving, right? What I normally do is I will buy another asset. Okay, why I buy another asset? Why I buy a house? Because nak jual rumah susah, right? So if you buy a physical gold bar, susah nak jual. Dia macam
You have to go to
menyusahkan
the
lah.
right
You have to like drive to the gold shop. You have to go and you talk to the person. So what? So number one is cut your expenses. Number two, once you already have that money, don't see the money. Just lupakan that duit. And I know sometimes it's very difficult because when there's a sale, when Apple is on sale, or when there is a sale for shoes, or when there's a sale for makeup, memang susah. So that's why what I do is I convert my money into an asset. Okay.
Tie your asset down.
So what assets could you can invest in? As I already showed you, gold and silver. Those are some of the assets you guys can consider.
try.
Can consider. There's not one correct asset. There's not one correct asset. Okay. So a couple of things. We already talked a little bit about identifying your retirement needs, right? Over here, why this is important is because I don't want anyone to retire broke. I don't want anyone to retire broke. Okay, this is my mission. So that whatever you spend for your retirement, I taught you in this class on how to make enough money to meet that cash flow. To meet that cash flow. Second is this one, we talked a little bit about theory. This is practical. I showed you the numbers. I showed you how to earn the money. I showed you the step by step. And the last one is choosing a suitable saving and investment tool. So I guess putting it all together, we talked a bit about what are your retirement needs. I think everyone, when talking to everyone in this class, they have a grasp on this particular issue. Why are retirement goals important? Why I even brought this slide up? Is no point I talk about all of this if you've got no strong why. Right? If you are not motivated today, ask yourself, why is it important for me? Right? For me, I just want to share why it was important for me is I just think about family basically. For guys, it's family right? So I keep thinking about that, and then after that, it gave me a bit of motivation And trust me, I know there are times when Apple is on sale, or when makeup is cheaper, or when a nice country to go to travel, when you see flights much cheaper, or when you see your coffee at a very good price. Memang the desire is there. It's memang
But I
there.
don't think not just that only, but sometimes there's like emergency or something that you need to use the money, the car broke down or your house, the atap ke or anything, leakage ke and everything, and suddenly you have to use up your saving
Betul.
sometimes.
I mean, so those are unforeseen So like I said just now we talked a little bit about needs and wants. So the thing is, like I asked the students over tadi, I said, is eating out a need or want? Some of them said is a need because if husband and wife are working, right? And then a vacation, is it a need or want? Some say it's a need because we are so stressed, so stressed. We need to go out. So basically, I just want to say this one thing Don't beat ourselves. Don't worry about it. Just have a goal. Know you make mistakes. Know that, like even today also, we entered the wrong room. There will be mistakes. There'll be ups, there'll be downs. But if you have the right plan of action, you take action, you get success. And today, this particular session also, for me, is a success because we already have all the slides. We already have students here. So it actually shows that if you have a game plan, boleh punya. So this is actually proof of it right? So we talked a little bit about the third module. We talked about setting clear and measurable goals, which I already talked a little about. And the final one is to conclude. I think this one, I already talked to everyone. They have an idea on how to actually move forward. Most important thing is, memang, if all of this sounds good, tapi if we don't know the steps, we don't understand, we cannot take action. We cannot take action. So the most important thing, you know your steps, move forward. Okay? And then, we will just, I guess, talk a little bit about action plan. If possible, I'd like you guys to, the first one is to identify your retirement expenses by the end of today. So, just to recap, these are the expenses where, this is your dream retirement life. Where is your kids studying? On top of that, where would you like to retire? Right? I gave the example. Some people yang duduk dekat pulau or they live in on the island in Penang. Why they want to move at Seberang? Because Seberang is cheaper. So they sell their house for 2 or 3 million. They use that money. They move towards Seberang. So this one is very, very important. We need to know what is our ideal retirement life. When we have our and please don't like you need 3,000. You say okay, I only need 3,000. Don't have extra money, 2 or 3,000 more because it's life. We want to enjoy our life. We don't want to stay at home every day, right?
Retired but staying at home. Drinking,
Retired but miserable. Don't want lah.
Drinking
Balance.
tap water.
Exactly. I mean, I was retired and oh man, it was horrible to this one. Macam you have the energy, and I was retired when I was late 30s. I was like, I had the energy. I want to do so many things, tapi just no money. So that's horrible. So we talked a little bit about this. Okay, so your ideal retirement life, and please, after you know your ideal retirement life, add maybe 1,000 or 2,000 extra more, right? And why this is important is when you have a monthly, you have a goal. It's no point me saying you need 2 million. When you have 2 million, your otak jam already. Like, how am I going to save 2 million?
2,000
Break
also
it up.
don't have
Ah.
how to save 2 million.
2,000 is easier than 2 million lah.
2 million rupee, okay lah.
2 million rupee lah.
Correct.
So
Sounds good, huh?
2,000. But if 2,000 per month is a lot, maybe if I say 100 ringgit per day,
Yeah.
it's easier.
Starting
Yeah.
with
So
a
just
small amount.
break. I think one of the most important thing over here, you find it difficult to move forward, break it down. Break it down. Just a quick example lah. When I did the slides though, I did not know. It was an empty piece of paper. I did not know what to do. I broke it down. I just broke it down. I just do one slide a day. And eventually I achieved it. So there's one thing you guys can learn, break things down. Second one is to start a savings plan. This is very, very important. Start date is tomorrow lah. Give chance lah. Today you guys cuti first. And then after that, and then I have it towards the end of the month. Why this is important is because I want to see there's consistency. Right? And if you guys need group support or whatever, you guys want, we just set up a class and we can all talk some more lah if you guys are interested. The final one is implement your saving plan, right? This one, implementation is key lah. And I put it until the end of March, right?
After Chinese New Year.
After Chinese New Year lah.
All of us.
Yeah. Collect angpao first.
I collect, she has to give.
No, I have to give. Then I have to start plan before Chinese New Year. When
So I have to start.
still have money.
So these are all important lah. Okay. So if any of you guys are stuck anywhere, right? If you guys are behind, you can always contact me lah.
Okay.
With that, I'd like to conclude by saying thank you. Is there any lessons or key takeaways before we completely end? Is there any concerns? None?
Start
Very
saving.
clear.
Start
Thank
saving
you.
back. Be consistent. Discipline.
Discipline.
Discipline is very hard.
Start sahaja lah.
But we'll start.
Consistency lah.
Start. Once we know
Bit
the
by bit
flow,
lah.
right?
Bit by
Ah.
bit.
It will get better, right?
Betul. Betul. With that,
Thank you.
I will end the presentation. Thank you so much for being an amazing audience.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you.